It's your boy CZARR, All Rights Reserved, coming to you with another episode. Look, we're looking into the details revolving around the situation. Was X behind enemy lines? You're like, behind enemy lines? Yeah, being real. Was he some type of target or enemy in his own space? Now, I asked that because we know he was set up by the details. But were there people around him playing friend that really wanted the worst of him? Is that true? I'm getting details from people that want to send proof saying that he was a victim in his own house. He was literally preyed on, but he was a financial asset. You see? Now, remember what I spoke about before. I talked about the money. Was his money, what was it worth? If he wasn't giving money, was he then a problem? What was the whole situation revolving around his money? Because after he passed, there was a huge issue debating over who gets the rights. Let alone, I found threats to baby mothers alleging that they were a baby mother. Yet, it would make sense that they're being threatened if money comes into play. A lot of it starts to add up. You see how it adds up? You want to make it simple and plain, everything. Come on, it adds up. Stop. And then what happens? I'm literally calling out everybody who lied around the situation. And somehow it works its way back to the baby mother, alleging that her current son is his child. It all linked back to her. Why? Why? Then I'm being told certain friends she has, narratives they're carrying, things they're telling. See, I'm seeing your conversations that no one is supposed to see. What are you talking about? Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it. Because they don't get it. They don't get it. I'm seeing your conversations. No one is supposed to see. No one. Because if they really saw who you were like this, do you know, y'all wouldn't even be recognized. That's why, they know. They know. They know what I've done. They know what I'm saying is true. Or why would they have come over here like that? They know what I'm saying. They know what I could say too. They know what I could say too, right? Because, man, let me just say this real quick so she gets what I'm hinting at, what I'm saying. Man, I would not have asked anyone that question in that way if I was concerned about the situation at hand. Let me repeat. I would not have asked that question in that way if I was truly concerned with what happened. There's no way. There's no way. It makes no sense. Let me repeat one more time. I would not have asked a question in that way about anything if my concern was authentic. You get me? And I'm crazy. So I must be as crazy as the other 20 something people that know what you've done, that are in a position to handle what is that's going on with you. Because they found it strange too. They found it strange too. Period. Like, I'm not going to push some narrative for no reason. Man, when I first got up here, guys, what did I first say? This is justice for Ja. This is getting justice for something done to him. It ain't changed. The hate ain't changed. The weird stuff ain't changed. The secret things people sending I see ain't changed. You tell on yourselves. You self-snitch. You get mad at me. You self-snitch. And you get mad at everybody else who aren't doing heinous things, saying heinous things, making up things to say to people, trying to figure out things that make no sense like you. It makes no sense. So yeah, you tried to come and touch down with me, try and conversate like you were going to get some info from me. Trust me, my guys already said you're going to do it. So when we started speaking, I already knew. They already told me. We already knew. Let me say this. The problem with a lot of this generation that is old with the new generation is you're so focused on making sure that you're touching a billion no matter what. You'll step on the backs of anyone to get it. And then you turn around and you say this lost generation. Maybe because this lost generation has you to teach it. Maybe because this lost generation has you as inspiration. That's the reason they fail. That's the reason he had trouble dealing with his money. That's the reason he had trouble making it further than he made it off his talent. Because the people involved around him, claiming to be adults, playing some weird, sideways, narcissistic game. And they know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I never seen texts like that between people if they love someone. I never seen messages like that to a person who was planning to prepare to see someone safe, succeed, and love them all their life. And this is just stuff that I don't even really talk about because it makes me sick to my stomach realizing people like you exist. It makes me sick to my stomach realizing people like you exist. But let me tell you something else I know. All rights reserved, because you already know humanity deals with those type of people that do these things, that do it to people, that set people up, that victimize people who they see are weak just for a come up, that use people's name for financial gain when they never brought anything to the table in their life, not even hard work, not even trying to go out and get a job. They want to live off another man, another woman, that type of stuff. This is a capitalistic society. If you ain't bringing the value, then you need to get out the way and let someone else who can. Because you definitely are not the type of people he needed in his life. Definitely. In all honesty, like I said, I'll say it again. I wish he got to grow up with his father and other people in his life because of what it is I'm reading. You guys are sick. And I know something else, and I'm going to just put it out there like this. You reap what you sow. You reap. You know reap? You know a reaper? Uh-huh. You reap what you sow. You sowed this. You sown this. You had a chance to save him as a child by teaching the right things. You missed your opportunity. Now you use him because he made it on his own, but now you see the value in using his assistance. You didn't stop this girl from taking over. Did you read what this girl said? Hey, did you read what this girl said about everybody before y'all were friends? About the different things she was involved in? Low-key conspiring publicly, allegedly, with a guy who used to be his friend, saying those are the homies. You missed that? I had that episode on here. You can go back and check it. You missed that? You missed it. I got it here for you to check. Go a couple episodes back. Get educated before you come here thinking anything else. You already know I got the right people rocking with you. And I already know you sent people that ask questions. We already identified you. We sniff you out. But let me tell you the one thing I ain't do. I didn't release my questionnaires to the people around you that you don't want. So you need to check the people around you. Y'all saying y'all authentic, hurting little kids, hurting women, hurting children. And I know it's a big network, a web network. Yo, funny. If you guys really want to get enlightened, then if you go down the channel, Look at the titles. Look at what I'm talking about. You'll truly be enlightened. They know that. This was an enlightenment game. See, the difference is I was definitely on point, taught, trained to do this. They're going along fumbling as they go. Hey, I was trained to do this. This is what I do. You're not the first celebrity person. You're not the first. And you're not the last. The stories I got coming next are crazy. Crazy. I've been doing this. I don't think you guys realize I could be up here talking about gossip, exposing celebrities, but I rather attempt to help them correct what they're doing. Why am I going to throw stones into the world when I can give help into the world to inspire? But some people need to get stones. If you know what really happened behind the scenes conversation, I think you would think some people need stones more than anything that you never even thought about. And that's what we do here on All Rights Reserved. We expose the funny business. So why is there so much funny business? Are these suspects guilty or not? Which one of you clowns got together to go out and do it? Stop doing dirt and blaming other people. Man up. What happened to people manning up and saying, I got it, I did it? No, you want to see another man go down, but you wanted to do the crime. Listen, if you cowards can't do the time, why are you doing the crime? That's wrong, yo. If these guys did it, they did it. If they didn't, they didn't. But I know this one thing, and this is what you can remember. They didn't do it alone. I repeat, they didn't do it alone. They had inside help. Come on now. Everything pulls together to show it. All the incidents separately that occurred beforehand, all the incidents that occurred after, they had help. And don't worry, the right people are on the case to figure out who. All rights reserved.